What if I told you that the key to success was your mindset? Literally just your mindset. And the reason why people aren't successful isn't because it's hard to make money or it's hard to achieve their goals or their dreams. It's because they don't have the right mindset. And it's such a simple concept, but so many people struggle to implement this into their lives. So many people are weak-minded and surround themselves with the wrong people, and that's why they will never be successful in life. If you surround yourself with people that are negative, pessimists, they tell you that your goals are unrealistic, they're not driven, they're bums, you will never succeed because you are allowing yourself to be on the same level as them. You're not allowing yourself to grow. These people don't want to see you grow. They want to hold you back with them so that, okay, if I'm a bum, I also want my friend to be a bum with me. Oh, if I didn't study for this test, I want my friend to not study as well so we can fail together. No. You need to surround yourself with people who have the same mindset as you. They have the same goals as you, and they're driven and they want to see you win. And it's hard to find people like that. Don't go out with the purpose of finding friends that have this mindset. Don't go out with the purpose of finding a friend, period. You need to just learn how to be by yourself. And if these people end up coming into your lives, then they do. I spent so much time not having any friends, and I was completely fine with that. I wasn't even looking for friends because I know that it's hard to come by someone who has the same mindset as me. Until this day, I've only ever met one person who has a mindset that's even remotely close to mine. Only one person. I have other friends, but the reason why I have other friends is because I'm not a weak-minded person, and these people, they don't put me down in any way. I don't even speak about my goals much to other people, and I don't really hang out with other people a lot. Like, I'm just in my own space. I spend all my time alone, and I'm not dependent on other people. But if you're someone that is dependent on other people, you're really extroverted and stuff, then this can be very detrimental for you if you have the wrong circle of friends. But you need to learn how to be by yourself and be able to be alone in order to actually fully grow, because other people will never benefit you in life. They don't want to see you win. They want to judge you. They'll tell other people about your goals. They'll just bring bad negative energy your way. If you can master the art of detachment, you will become successful along with other things. You need to learn that these people come and go. And when I look at myself in the future, do I see myself being friends with the same people that I'm friends with right now? No, I don't. I see maybe a few people in there, but I don't see them in my future because I know that where I'm going, a lot of people won't make it to the same place that I'm going to be at. If you look around, look at your friends right now, look at who's in your circle, and tell me, in the future, where do you see them and where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself in the same position as them 10 years from now? 5 years from now? 1 year from now? Do you guys have the same goals? Is their goal to be as successful as you are and have the same lifestyle as you and the same job as you? Or is their dream just to live a mediocre life? They're okay with mediocrity. They're okay with just getting married and living off their husband's money. They're okay with just living like a normal person with an average income. They want to stay in the same city you grew up in. They don't care about leaving. If you don't see yourself in the same place in the future as the people you're surrounding yourself with, why are they still in your life? Why are they still in your life? If they're just there for emotional support, if they're generally good people that you just like hang out with them like for fun, you know, or they're just nice people, they don't put you down, they're not negative, they don't discourage you, they don't throw shade at you. But if these people are in your lives and they're adding no benefit and they're just draining your energy, you don't trust them, they're just bringing drama into your life, and the only thing they talk to you about is like gossip, for example, then these people need to go. These are red flags. That's the first thing. People don't know how to be dependent. People don't know how to not have friends. It's okay to not have friends, and I promise you, it's actually a blessing to not have friends. Once you grow up, you will understand friends actually don't benefit you. Maybe one good friend will benefit you. Maybe one. It's so hard to find good friends and good genuine people these days that there's literally no point in having friends if it's just to socialize and have a big circle. You should have your life be private. Do everything in private, work in silence. No one can stand in your way. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can do anything to sabotage you or whatever it may be. Before you can start even working on your mindset, you need to eliminate the external factors that are ruining your life without you even noticing it. You're a plant, but you're keeping yourself in the shade. You're not allowing yourself to see the sun. You're not allowing yourself to be watered. You're just sitting in the same shady spot with all these shady people and all these bad external factors. Once you pull yourself out of that shade into the sunlight, then you will see true growth, okay? So that's the number one thing. These external factors that people undermine their importance and how much of an effect they can have on your life. Like, I don't speak to anyone that I used to talk to in high school, not even from beef or anything like that. It's just I outgrew these people. These people, like, I have nothing in common with you. You don't think the same way that I think. There's no point in talking to you. There's no point in being friends with you. You're friends with me and you don't even like me. You're trying to be friends with me and you talk bad about me to everybody that you know. And if you go to my Instagram, you'll see all my social medias. I don't follow people. I don't follow many people. I follow like 30 people because I don't indulge in content. I don't waste my time following people and socializing and whatever, making connections with people that have no benefit to me, or going on my social media and I'm just looking into other people's lives and gossiping about other people's lives and what this person's doing. Oh, this person got engaged. Oh, this person, whatever the hell. Who the hell cares when you're broke, jobless, and you're unsuccessful? That's why you're unsuccessful, because you're wasting your time indulging in this content, indulging in these people's lives when it doesn't matter. It has no effect on your life. It's not benefiting you. Remove everyone off your social media. Unfollow everyone who doesn't benefit you. Unfollow everybody who doesn't inspire you. Only content that I indulge in on social media is content that's going to benefit me, or things that inspire me, people that inspire me, watching people that motivate me, and watching people that have what I want to have in the future, because it makes you feel like this is attainable. Other people have it, therefore I can have it as well. This person succeeded, therefore I can succeed as well. People these days don't understand that the content that you indulge in makes such a big difference in your life. If you sit there on social media watching celebrities and news and politics and whatever, stuff that has no benefit to your life, you're keeping up with the lives of celebrities. Oh, Zendaya's pregnant. Oh, this person, whatever the hell. Who cares? You're wasting your time, and time is precious. You could be doing so much with your time, so much with your life, but instead you're wasting your time indulging in people's content who don't even know you exist. They don't know you exist, and you're out here keeping up with people's lives and drama. Instead, switch your timeline to focus. If you want to be a doctor, follow people that are doctors that will actually give you knowledge that will benefit you. People have gone into medical school and they can tell you, how did I get into medical school, and share their journey with you. Things like that. If you want to do stocks and be a trader or whatever, follow people that have that lifestyle and have succeeded and will benefit you in your life. Stop indulging and wasting your time in this trash content, okay? And I know a lot of people will hear this, but then they won't implement it into their lives. So I know that a very small percentage of people that are actually watching this video will end up changing and will end up being successful, but it takes a strong-minded person to do that. And it takes someone who has a strong sense of self, that you're okay with being by yourself and you're really all about self-growth and how to become the best version of yourself. You'll never become the best version of yourself if these are things that you do in your day-to-day life. You need to build a mindset so strong and believe in yourself so much to the point where anyone can say whatever they want about you. They can tell you that this is unrealistic. They can tell you that you'll never reach your goals. You're a failure. You're never gonna get what you want in life. And it won't affect you at all, because you have 100% belief and faith in yourself that you will achieve this thing, because you are talented, you're hardworking, and you want it bad enough, so you will get it. So many people in my life tell me that things that I want in life aren't realistic. Think realistically. Have a plan B. There's no plan B. If you have a plan B, plan A is more likely to fail. You don't need a backup plan. If you believe in yourself 100%, this plan A is going to work, you don't need no backup plan. Because if you have a backup plan, then that means that you have something to lay back on if anything goes wrong. No, it's either sink or swim. That's it. You don't have a third option to float in the water. You either sink or swim. So, damn right, I'm a swim. But that only fuels me more. I'm very big on, like, if somebody tells me something bad, that's gonna fuel me to prove them wrong. I love proving people wrong. People think I'm playing when I say things that I want, not realizing by now. You should realize by now that everything that I say that I want, I will get. I promise, 100%. I don't play about what I want, okay? I don't play when it comes to that. You have to build a delusional mindset to the point where you're like me. Anyone can say whatever they want. Your parents can tell you it's unrealistic. Your family members, the closest people to you, will not support you. Prove those people wrong. Use those negative words as fuel, not as something to put you down and make you feel bad about yourself and discourage you. Because if you're that easily discouraged, you will never make it in life. Another thing is pessimism. Being a pessimist will destroy your life. If you always think that the worst is going to happen and you'll never succeed, and you're always thinking of the worst possible outcome, and every good outcome that could happen out of what you're doing seems so unrealistic that that's the last thing on your list. Like if you apply to a job, the last option that you think is going to happen is that you'll actually get that job. Instead, you think that you won't get that job, you won't hear back from them, they're going to pick somebody else over you, and then your last option is that you will get picked. In order to be successful, you need to have a strong mindset and be delusional. Believe that you will be successful. Believe that nothing will stand in your way, and you will 100% achieve the lifestyle that you want. You don't see your life being anything but what you want. Think about your life and what you want it to be 5 years from now. For me, it is a very clear vision. I know exactly what I want in life. I know exactly the type of lifestyle I want to live. I know exactly the type of money I want to have. I know exactly the type of house I want to have. I know exactly what horses I want, what breed horses I want. I know exactly how many kids that I want, and when I'm going to have them, and when I'm going to get married, and what countries I'm going to travel to, and what hobbies I'm going to start doing 5 years from now, and activities that I'm going to be doing. And I know exactly what I want and envision for myself. And the issue with a lot of people is that you ask them what they want in life and they don't even know. So how do you expect yourself to succeed if you don't even know what you want in life? If you can't even envision your life 5 years from now, what it'll be. I am a person that knows what I want, and I won't stop at anything until I get that. You need to be like that as well if you want to succeed in life. You need to have a clear vision, a clear goal, if I'm not at this place in 5 years from now, I'd rather be dead than not be in that place. I don't want to live on this planet if it's mediocrity. I don't want to live in mediocrity. I don't want to be living with financial stress. So you need to have a clear goal in mind. And in order to have a clear goal, you need to start affirming things to yourself and visualizing. You need to start going on Pinterest and visualizing. Make a vision board of things that you want in your future. Know what you want your future to look like. Set out goals for yourself. Wake up and write affirmations down. Write things down of what you want in life. Write down as if you're already living the life that you want. I love waking up in my $1 million penthouse every morning. Things like that. I drive my dream car every single day with so much gratitude. I'm so grateful for the life that I have. I love my $1 million house. Whatever. Write as if you are already living that. And you will become so obsessed with that goal in your head that nothing will stand in your way. You'll want it so bad that nothing will stand in your way. And this is neuroscience. This isn't delusion. This isn't spirituality that is not backed up by science. This is all science, okay? Allah created us with the ability to change. We have neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is when the neurons in your brain literally shift anytime you think a new thought. Anytime you feed your brain a new thought, new words, whatever, your brain is changing. Your neurons are literally changing. You're shifting your mindset. That's why it's so important to feed yourself only positive thoughts, because your brain doesn't know what's real. Your brain doesn't know what's real and what's fake. It just knows what you're feeding it. I could convince my brain of anything that I wanted to. So you need to make sure that you're only letting in positive words, positive content when you indulge things on social media. Positive thinking, all of that. It's so important, and people will see this as like voodoo. People see affirmations as something that's like haram or taboo. This is nothing haram. We're utilizing the tools that Allah created for us in terms of our brains. This is on the physiological level. This is neuroscience. This is nothing crazy. Allah made it. Allah made us this way so that we could use it to our advantage. And then people will make it seem like it's something that's haram, or manifestation is haram. Manifestation is literally just believing and affirming to yourself every day that something will be true. It's the same thing as believing in Allah and the afterlife. How can you believe in Allah and the afterlife when you've never seen it? You have faith that this thing exists and this thing is there. That when we die, there's Jannah, there's Jahannam. There is an Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his prophet, and all these prophets existed. When we haven't seen it, we believe in the unseen. We believe in what we don't know and what hasn't come yet. It's the same thing with your future. I believe that I will be a millionaire in the future, if not a billionaire, and that I'm gonna have a huge, ginormous, beautiful, modern house, and I'm gonna have horses. If you have the ability to believe 100% in that, you have no reason to not believe 100% in your future. Allah's power is not limited, but your mindset is. So when I say that I want to become a billionaire, I want $500 million by the time I'm 25. People tell me, okay, like, be realistic, be realistic. Allah has created this whole earth, this whole universe, this whole galaxy, this whole everything, myself, and all of you. And you think that Allah can't give me measly money? That is a man-made thing. When there's so many billionaires, trillionaires, millionaires, so many wealthy people out there, you think that that's something so crazy? That's nothing crazy. Money is nothing crazy. That is not crazy. I'm not asking for superpowers. I'm not asking for things that nobody has ever seen before. I'm asking for things that so many people have in this day and age. How is it hard to achieve that? If there's so many people out there that you can name off the top of your head that you know for a fact are millionaires and billionaires. And it's not even a thing of like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but I'm gonna try my best to get it. Like, no, I know 100% that I will have this future. I will have this lifestyle that I want. I will have everything that I want. You know why? Because I have tawakkul in Allah, and I believe in Allah, and I make dua every day, and I ask Allah for what I want. There are specific ways to make your dua stronger, which I never even knew before. I would always just go to Allah and ask Him for what it is that I wanted. But before you ask Allah for anything, you need to praise Him and then ask for what you want, and then finish by praising Him again. And I will copy and paste. I'll put a screenshot of what it is that I say every single time I make a dua. I make the same dua every single day. I have it recorded and I listen to it every single morning, and I recommend that you do too, because ever since I started doing that, I've seen such a dramatic change in my life and everything that I make dua for. But in order for dua to work, you have to believe 100% that Allah will grant you what it is that you're asking for, and I promise that it will come true. So just be very sincere and have a good intention when you make dua. Have a good intention for what it is that you want in life and how you're going to get to that. If you want something in life, you need to have full 100% belief and faith in Allah, that Allah will grant you your wish. Allah will grant you what you want in life, because He will. But He won't if you don't believe that He will. He's not going to grant you anything if you don't have faith that He will grant it to you. As when you make dua to Allah, I saw another creator saying this. She put it in such a good way. You're seeing dua as a request, okay? You're sending a request to Allah that you want this thing. This request is not pending. It is accepted. Allah has already accepted it. You just don't know when it will come into your life. That doesn't mean that it hasn't been accepted. Allah accepts every dua that you make if you have full tawakkul in Allah, that this will come true. And obviously, if it's nothing haram and what you're asking for, you have a good intention behind it. It's something halal and you have pure intentions, Allah has granted it to you already. You just have to believe it and put in the work. You need to work for it. See your dua as a college application, okay? In high school, when we applied to university, we got accepted, but you're only able to start going to uni in the fall if you maintain an average of 80% or whatever. It's literally just like that. Allah has accepted your dua, the college application, and all you need to do is keep working to keep your grades up to that average in order to get it, in order to attend in the fall. You just need to keep working as if your du'as are accepted, because they are. And even if it doesn't seem like it, even if you're going through a lot of hardships and a lot of things are happening in your life and you're like, why is this happening? Is this a sign that this isn't going to work out? Things are failing in your life. Everything is going wrong. Your life is just crumbling down. I promise, there's better waiting for you on the other side, and Allah has better things planned for you. Maybe if you didn't get this job, it's because you have a way better job with a higher income waiting for you. don't be discouraged by anything. Don't be discouraged. I know it's hard, but you just have to have full faith 100% that Allah has your back, and everything Allah does is for your benefit. I promise. When hardships come into your life and obstacles in your life, don't allow these obstacles to sway you from your final goal, your final destination. Okay, you need to learn the law of detachment and understand that despite this obstacle, you're still going to reach your end point. You're still going to reach your end goal. It's still there. This is just an obstacle in the way. I'm really sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. My mom's blending something. For example, if you want to be a doctor, but you didn't get accepted into the school that you wanted, that doesn't mean you won't be a doctor in the end. That just means that you need to reapply and go to a different school, or try again next year and try again, and maybe you'll get into an even better school that you wanted in the first place. Not getting into that school to begin with doesn't mean that you're never going to be a doctor, you're never going to achieve your full goals. It's literally just an obstacle, and you need to understand that. And don't let these obstacles make you have less trust in Allah. This is a test from Allah to see if you're still going to have faith in Allah that this plan will still work out despite the obstacle that you went through. Allah wants to test you to see if you'll go back to Him, if you'll trust in Him, because who knows, maybe if you did go to medical school and you got in so easily, Allah knows that you would have given up on Islam. Like, the reason why you're holding on to Allah so bad is because you need Him to get where you want to be. But maybe if Allah gave you what you wanted right now, you would let go of Allah. And also, don't start questioning why this thing happened to you, why me, why Allah, whatever. No, take this as a good sign that there's better waiting for you on the other side, and that at least you're trying, at least you're working hard. If this thing didn't work, you learn from it. Everything happens for a reason. Learn from the obstacles that you go through. What is the lesson to be learned here? What did you do wrong? What can you do better next time? And instead of letting things break you down, use them as fuel to push you further, to motivate you further. For example, if you got a bad grade on a test, don't let that discourage you. Don't let that make you give up on the course and just fail the final as well. No, that should push you harder to work even harder, to study even harder, to get the grade that you need and do better on the final. Use that as everything in your life. Don't use it to make you depressed and sad and just give up on your dreams and give up on your goals because you went through one little thing, or you went through a few obstacles in your life. You're just gonna give up that easily. If you give up, you will never succeed. If you want something bad enough, you will get it, because that means that you won't stop at anything. You won't stop at any obstacle until you reach that goal. You're not gonna let things get in your way. You're gonna push through. You're gonna endure it, and you're gonna win in the end. You just have to be strong. You need to be very strong. I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's very simple to be successful. You just have to be strong and have 100% faith in Allah. If something goes wrong in your life, don't become depressed because of it. Be grateful. Try and learn, why did this happen to me? What is Allah trying to teach me? What can I benefit from this? And just have 100% faith that it's okay, this happened to me, but I still know that my end goal is there waiting for me. I just have to keep pushing through and learn from this and grow from it. That's why people ask me, what's your biggest regret in life? And I tell them nothing. I don't regret anything in my life, because everything that's ever happened to me, I've learned from it. And I'm the type of person that takes everything that happens to me as a lesson. Like, I'm very I deep things when it comes to my life. If something bad happens to me, I won't be like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this, whatever. I'll be like, okay, it's fine. Allah's trying to teach me a lesson. What is the lesson? And sometimes I might not be able to see the lesson then. But then months down the road, I'll look back and I'll be like, oh my God, that's why this happened. And there was something better for me, waiting for me every single time. So yeah, I hope you guys learn from this video and benefit from it and take my advice. If you don't, it's okay. It doesn't affect my life. Everyone has free will, and that's why not a lot of people succeed, because a lot of people don't know how to use their free will to their full extent. I know that it's hard to take this advice. You could hear it all the time, but it's easier said than done, especially the cutting off people in your life. A lot of people are too attached to friends and relationships and even parents, but you need to just be selfish when it comes to this type of stuff, or you're going to be in the same state your whole life. I would rather be in solitude but be successful than be friends with everybody and be living in mediocrity, okay? Because people want to stay comfortable, and they're comfortable when you're with them. They're comfortable knowing that you are not out there doing something that they could also be doing. When people see me, for example, doing something good with my life, they'd probably feel discouraged, they'd feel jealous, they'd feel mad, because how can I do it? I grew up in the same city, I grew up in the same circumstances that you did. I didn't grow up with money, I didn't grow up with anything, but I'm still doing this and you're not. And that makes people mad. And that bad energy, you don't want that in your life. And people will just try and discourage you because they want you to stay with them. Stay with me down here because I'm too lazy to do the work and put in the effort to get to where you want to be. But yeah, let me know if you guys want more videos like this. I know it's different from my usual content, but I really want to start putting out content like this. A lot of people always ask me and message me as well on Instagram and stuff, like to make videos on like how to get a strong mindset, how to be successful, things like that. So yeah, love you guys. Bye.